Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Because you haven't completed your theft course.
I've only,
All right, Joe DeLeon. All right, Mr. DeLeon, we have some issues. Probation.
Judge, I just want to update you. He submitted a negative UA today.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. DeLeon, we have issues with you. Do you understand?
yes,
All right. So why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Why do I need to set a compliance hearing for you to get you to take a UA and get you to do what you need to do? No, I mean, here's the thing. Do you want to go to the state jail facility for up to 2 years?
no,
And guess what? State jail facility, when you get sent, if you get sent for 2 years, you do the entire 2 years. You, of course, get credit for any time that you've served, but at the state jail facility, it's day for day time.
Mm.
So if you get sentenced to 18 months, you're doing 18 months. You can mark it off on the calendar. So the question for you is, if you just want to call an end to this all, I'm fine with that. These are choices that people make. And if you want to go to the state jail facility, I will send you to the state jail facility and we will be done. And guess what would end up happening? I would move on to the next case, and your mom and stepfather, they'll be like, it's a shame. My boy's going to the state jail facility, but these will be the choices you've made. How old are you?
22.
You're 22. You should know better. If you don't, I'm telling you, there are consequences for actions. Do you understand?
Yes.
This is the last time that we're going to have a conversation where I am talking to you about not following through on what you're supposed to do. Do you understand?
Yes,
Now, why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? Because you haven't completed your theft course.
I've only finished partial, this first one. I'm gonna start the second one next month. I missed the start for this month, so I will get the second one then by next month.
All right. And why haven't you done community service?
As she told me, they usually require you to finish your classes first before.
All right. And then why are you failing to test?
Just didn't show up for the last one.
No, they're saying that you didn't submit December, January, and March. So why are you not showing up for your drug testing?
I showed up for the last, before this one. I don't remember exactly what the last date was for the last one that I did. And then the most recent one that she had me do, which was this one.
Okay, so why are you having trouble showing up? What's the issue? I don't understand.
No,
Do you just feel like something else is more important?
no.
So then why are you not doing it? Because it's on your calendar. I'm supposed to go take a UA on this one, December 12th. So what was more important than you taking your UA? On January 12th, what was more important than you taking your UA?
Mhm.
I'm sorry?
Still nothing on.
On March 18th, what was more important than you taking your UA? Here's the thing, if you're being lazy and not taking your UA, then guess what? You don't have to take a UA at the state jail facility. You understand? When something is important, guess what? You treat it like it's important. And everything that you do from here on out, I know you're 22, so this is why we're having this conversation. Everything that you do from here on out, you know what you need to ask yourself? Is this something that can result in me potentially going to the state jail facility for 2 years? And then you need to ask yourself, do I want to be at the state jail facility for 2 years? If the answer is yes, then go on doing what you're doing. If the answer is no, then you better start changing things. You understand?
Yes.
Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right. Do not come back here for this again, because what's going to end up happening is a motion to revoke is going to be filed. I'm going to get it. I'm going to review it. If it's in proper order, I'm going to sign it. Once I sign it, what will end up happening is a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Either you will make bond or you will not, which means either your parents will pay your bond or they will not. If they pay your bond, you'll have a setting, you'll come to court. I will hear the motion. If the state proves it's true, then you could be going to the state jail facility for up to 2 years. If your parents are not able to make bond or you can't make any type of bond, you'll be brought over from the jail dressed in orange with the people you see here in the box. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, you better do better. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to you. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2207, State of Texas versus Lydia Joanne Montalongo. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Your Honor, good morning. Frankie Sandoval on behalf of Ms. Montalongo.
And are you Miss Montalongo?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, probation, this is an application. Ms. Montalongo, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Montalongo, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Ms. Montalongo, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with evading arrest, detention in a vehicle? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication? If for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
We've talked about it, Judge.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do believe so, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
In my opinion, yes, Judge.
Ms. Montalongo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine and the state recommends deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
It is, Judge.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution, and the driver's safety course. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contact.
State, any evidence?
No objection, Judge.
All right, state, you may continue to confer. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state would be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
In the interest of justice, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, Ms. Montalongo accepts responsibility for this. She's closed out all the other matters she's had, and this is the last one. She wants to begin the process of closing out, especially since if everything works out, she can terminate, come back and apply to the court to terminate this early to get on with her life. She's been very diligent in the other matters I've represented her on in completing what's been required there, and I have no reason to doubt that she will not be as diligent in this matter as well.
All right, Ms. Montalongo. All right, so I read in the report that you had medical issues, right? So what's happening with that?
I'm still under that. I mean, I'm still going through a lot as we speak. I haven't been able to work. Actually, I just went yesterday for my doctor's appointment. I'm gonna have another replacement done on my shoulder. So due to the fact that I got arrested, I had just had surgery, and that made it worse when it had come. So I had a re-tear, so now I'm gonna have a whole replacement, so I can't actually work at this point.
All right, and then your mental health?
My mental health, I'm doing fine.
All right, are you still on medications for that?
No.
All right, because I saw in the police report that you were. So,
I was going through a rough.
all right. So are you working or not working?
I only do like little side jobs sometimes. I take care of my stepdaughter's grandmother. She's an elderly, she had both legs amputated, so sometimes I go and help her. I do auto mechanics for you, but I do auto mechanics sometimes when I can, or little things, side jobs when I can. Actually, I'm going to the job fair tomorrow. I already enrolled in that.
Okay, awesome.
I had already complete, like I said, I have my other charges, and I was telling him I just completed all my other classes, all my drug abuse class awareness, impact programs. I just finished 89, it was 80 hours. I just finished doing 89 hours of community service. Actually, on the 6th, I just finished doing the other class for the drug awareness. I have all the documentations, everything.
Okay. All right, so here's the thing. In this court, when people are on probation or supervision in this court, I don't allow them to be home health care providers.
No, that's
Right.
fine.
Okay,
No, I'm not, no, that's my
Help.
side job, yeah.
well, I mean, I don't allow that. And the reason why is because sometimes people don't know that the people who are coming in their homes have charges pending or anything about them. So I don't allow that because I don't think that's an appropriate place.
It's
If
a
you're-
family member, I don't,
No, I don't allow that, okay? All right, there's gonna be a $500 fine probated. Court is gonna sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. I'm gonna order the defensive safety course.
I have to retake it again.
If you've already taken it, just provide it to probation, okay? Probation, if she's already taking that as a part of other cases that arose out of this, then that can be deemed satisfied. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution, proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be regular random UAs. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Then at probation's discretion. Do you have any children or grandchildren?
Yes, I have plenty. I have one question, Judge. I had the other judge on precinct 9 because I was gonna move to Minnesota and work over there with my brother. I was just waiting for this case to,
All right, which county?
I have to,
All right, I'll allow transfer to Minnesota. But you're not transferred to Minnesota until they actually transfer you, okay?
yeah, I
All
understand.
right, so you said you have grandchildren?
Yeah.
What are their ages?
From 16 down to 10.
All right, and how old are your children?
My children are actually right now, both of them are 32.
Okay, oh, wow. All right, so I'm sure they asked you to babysit? Do they?
Yeah, I get my grandkids to, they love their grandma.
All right, I'm gonna ask for parenting classes. And once she completes the parenting classes, then your community service will be deemed satisfied. You understand?
I have to take parenting classes
Mm-hmm.
because of my grandchildren.
Yes.
Okay.
And let me just tell you why I do that. This is the reason why I do that. You're here for the rating, evading arrest, detention of vehicle, right?
I was driving 45.
I know, but when the police put on sirens behind you and tell you
Didn't
pull
even
over,
know. I didn't even know it was for me. Yes, it's fine.
yes.
Listen to this.
So here's the thing. When people come before me, I always try to give them things that will help them improve themselves and that they won't come back. Now, I could just have you do 100 hours of community service somewhere, maybe go somewhere, pick up trash on the side of the road. But wouldn't it be better to maybe do parenting classes? Because you're going to be babysitting your grandchildren, and then you don't have to do the $100 community service. You've done it by doing the parenting classes. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't like to give people community service hours as busy work. I'm hoping the community service hours will be something that could help them improve their life. All right?
Instructor.
Yes, there you go. Showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're off the record. Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Thank you.
All right, so in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If you have an issue and you feel as though it's not being addressed, talk with probation. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court, all right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Gildardo Ponce,
Good morning.
good morning. Let me see. All right, probation.
Yes, Judge.
Where are we?
Judge, a status report for consideration for extension was sent to the court last week
Yes.
in regards to some programs that have not been completed. And, Judge, you denied the motion, but you asked for him to come in because I believe you wanted to maybe extend them a little less than what they sent it for.
Yes. So when are you gonna get these items done?
What's called, the classes I can do them today, but it won't start till September.
I'm sorry,
It won't
what?
start till September 27th.
What classes?
There's some drug program classes, DWI or DUI or something like that.
No. Program's not completed. Parenting class.
I already did all of those.
You completed
Yeah,
parenting
yeah.
classes? Did you turn that information over to probation?
Yeah, you should know everything.
No, my question is, I want you to listen and internalize what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
You're saying you completed parenting, yes or no?
Yes,
Did you turn it over to your probation officer?
yes, we spoke about it.
No. Did you turn it over to her, proof that you've done it?
No,
All right. So here's the thing. Just picking up the phone and telling somebody I've done this class,
yeah,
that's not enough. You got to turn it over to them. Otherwise, you have not done it.
Okay.
All right. So where are you with your CPS case? Are you in compliance?
yes, ma'am.
Who's your attorney over there?
I don't have an attorney over this. All those, everything that she put on paper, ma'am, I already done. Like, I don't, the only thing that's left was just one class that I have to do.
All right. Did you do the BIPP course?
That's the one I was,
Have you even signed up for it?
yeah, I was signing up actually today on the way over here.
So
That's
this is the
but-
first time that you're signing up for that.
Okay.
And you've been on probation since.
She just gave it to me, actually like, 2 months ago.
No,
I have everything on email.
no. Here's the thing. You're talking fast,
I'm sorry.
which I'm fine. Nope.
just nervous.
Here's the thing. I'm fine with people talking fast. I'm still going to stop you and break it down. So I know that you've been on probation since 2021. And you're here before me because you are not following through on what you're supposed to be doing, period. You're coming before me and saying, oh, I've done this class, I've done that class, but you haven't given anybody any documentation. So If you haven't given documentation, that means that you have not done it. Now, you have choices to make. They wanted to extend you. How long did you want to extend him probation? They wanted to extend you for 6 months. I don't think you're going to get this done in 6 months. So
But I've already done everything wrong. I mean, I have everything on email.
no, you haven't done everything. You know how I know you haven't done everything? Because you haven't turned anything in. That's what I'm telling you. I would tell my clients all the time when they would ask me, what should I be doing? I always tell them you have to bag everything up with paper.
Yes, yeah.
You gotta turn it in. You know why? Because I would tell them right now, you know what your trust level is with everybody? Less than 0. I would tell my clients your trust level is less than 0. So you have to build up that trust. And how you build up that trust, for example, I would tell them, if you're in the hospital, you need to have documentation showing you're in the hospital. If you're employed, have documentation showing you're employed. And pretty soon, you know what probation is going to say? Oh, we can trust this guy because they've always given documentation. Right now, your trust level is 0, less than 0. Do you understand?
No, yeah.
Yes.
I did confirm there is a certificate of completion for the parenting class on file. So that one's complete. So what we are mainly looking for him to complete is his VIP course.
And I just paid probation off to the owner, actually like last week.
Okay, I'll double check that. So we really need his VIP.
It's just a class that I know of, but I'll have everything in document next time.
All right, you're getting extended for 8 months. You need to complete that course. Do you understand?
Of course, yeah. But I mean, I'll have everything documented, like you said. I mean, that's what I really need to do. I'll talk to my
Yes.
sister and I'll see what else.
You need to start documenting everything.
Yeah, because I mean, on paper, I already did majority of everything.
And then drug testing.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I told her too. I don't know what's going on. And my parents can go straight. I just got my gallbladder removed like 2 weeks ago. So I have like.
Well, I mean, people have gallbladders removed and other thing removed and they still use. So what we're gonna do is, has it been drug tested today?
No.
You're gonna get a drug test today. What the result's gonna be?
Negative.
All right, so you're gonna do a drug test today. And then if it's positive, send out for a confirmation.
Are you on any medications right now? He just had surgery. So-
Okay. Let them know what medications you're on. Okay,
So you still want that test today?
yes, you want to send him to, yes. So you'll get your drug test today. And then if it's positive, we'll need a confirmation.
And I send the picture to my PO about what medicines they gave me.
Yes, and when you go do the UA, just let them know what medications you're taking, okay?
I let them, okay.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 1835, State of Texas versus Thomas Robert Stricker. Could I have parties approach and announce for the record for the state
Can you ask the bar from the state of Texas?
defense?
Isidro Montoya, Your Honor, attorney
And
for
are-
Thomas Stricker.
And are you Mr. Stricker? You're gonna need to keep your voice up so the court reporter can hear. Counsel, have you reviewed all the discovery with your client and have you received all discovery?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Stricker, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Stricker, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand you're charged in the indictment with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? Normally, that's a state jail felony with a range of punishment of anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. The state has indicted you as a habitual. If they're able to prove up the habitual enhancement allegations, then your range of punishment will be anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, could you move to that end? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter a plea in this case?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Mr. Stricker, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Sir.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, you'd agree that you've been previously convicted of felonies for purpose of enhancement. Punishment is to be assessed at 3 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
That is our agreement, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Contest.
And to both enhancements, how do you plead? True or not true?
True.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, may I approach?
Okay,
Give me a moment.
sure,
Sorry about that, Judge.
no problem.
I was standing there thinking to myself, I knew I forgot something.
All right. State, do you have any evidence to submit in support of the defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor. State officer, Exhibit 1 and all attached.
And we have no objection, Judge.
All right, Mr. Stricker, I'm showing you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in, the right to remain silent?
Sure.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will find you guilty. The court will find the enhancements true based upon your plea of true and based upon states exhibits 1 and attachments. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
No, Judge.
All right, the court will find you guilty. As previously stated, the enhancements will be found true. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 3 years in the prison, and give you credit for any time served. If you would like, I could have you referred to the therapeutic community. The therapeutic community does not increase the time that you are in custody, but it is something that can potentially help you with any drug issues you may have. Would you like to be referred to the therapeutic community or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And so I'll request the therapeutic community. Even though I'm requesting it, you'll have to request it as well because I have no jurisdiction to force them to place you in the program. You understand? Showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement and because you waived your right to, your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
4.
All right, so you're going to have to make a decision in your life. Now, in this day and age, if you have a drug problem, there are plenty of people who are willing to help you, and they will help you for free. You can go into rehab when you get out of prison. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in and out of prison because this was a state jail felony with a maximum time of 2 years in the state jail facility. But because you've been to prison twice before, you're habitual. You understand? All right, good luck to you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are the parties here on? Court is calling 2024 CR 2313, State of Texas versus Joshua Wong. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason.
Defense?
Scott McCrum for Mr. Wong.
And are you Joshua Wong?
Yes.
All right, we're here today on a motion to amend bond conditions. Both the defense and the state and I had a discussion, I believe it was last week, concerning your attendance in high school. And the court had some questions regarding that. So does either party have an update for the court?
Yes, Your Honor, Ms. Gerhard actually spoke with the school administrator, so I'll let him.
Yes, and Judge, like Mr. McCrone had mentioned, I spoke to a Miss Busby, who's a vice principal at the high school that he was attending previous, and then also after the charges were filed. I asked particular questions that you have asked both of us, Mr. McCrone and myself, of whether they would have any issue with the defendant in this case attending school there. And she said no, and they, I guess I explored that a little bit more. I asked if anybody scared or did not want him back there. And she said no, that he is a student there and he's welcome back.
All right. So, and just so the record is clear, the courts, based upon the charge, the court asked both parties to discover the answers to those questions. And it's my understanding from both parties that when the charges were brought, he was placed in alternative school. And then he successfully completed that. We call it an alternative school in Louisiana. So he was placed at another school. And then once he completed his punishment or his time there, then he was brought back to his original school. And then when he was brought back to his original school, that's when this case was indicted and these charges came up. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So it's the court's understanding that while these charges have been pending in the atmosphere, he had been attending his previous school, correct?
Yes, Judge.
All right. And I'm purposely not mentioning the name of the school. All right. So any objections to amending the conditions to allow him to attend the school where he was attending before this case was indicted?
Judge, this case was.
All right. Well, since he had been attending the school and neither party, and when I say neither party, I mean the school doesn't have an issue with him attending and they're not in fear, then I'll allow him to attend that school. So with regards to the full GPS issue, then that needs to be changed. I'm assuming no one's asking for him to be taken off of the monitor.
No, just partial so he can attend school daily. And what, just so we'll be clear for the record, I also spoke personally with, but prior to having talked to you, with the vice principal at the school. And she also confirmed that she wanted him back in school to me.
All right.
So
So,
partial to attend classes. In his regular schedule at high school.
okay.
Also, I hadn't talked to the state, but Mr. Wong has brought up with me, he had been going to, he's part of a youth ministry, and every evening, I believe, what times do you have? 6 to
Excuse
7?
me, just one second. All right, so everyone, the court report is taking a record. So you're gonna have to keep your voice up and don't turn away from the court reporter when you're answering, you understand? You need to speak up.
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Speak up, yes or
Yes.
no, Josh?
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Joshua Wong.
Okay, so where does he want to attend? What were you asking him?
The youth ministry, Joshua, first of all, how old are you?
17.
Okay, and you're a part of a youth ministry, I understand?
Yes.
And when do you attend those youth ministry meetings?
Every day, 6 to 7.
Every day,
6 to 7.
7 days a week?
Well, just Monday to Friday.
Monday through Friday, from 6 to 7. And you brought me a letter from, it looks like the pastor at that youth ministry. I assume that this states they want you to attend,
Yeah.
but the letter is in Spanish, correct?
Yes.
So that probably wouldn't be helpful to Mr. Garahan or the court. But under oath, you're testifying that you had been attending there every day, Monday through Friday at that youth ministry?
Yes.
And you would like to see if the court would allow you to go back to attend those?
Yes.
All right. State, do you have any objection to him attending youth ministry?
Judge, it's a youth ministry that I imagine has leadership qualities. And so the state probably would be, again, deferring to the court when they feel that's appropriate.
All right. So counsel, with regards to him attending the youth ministries, my position will be the same. I will need to know from them, do they have any issue with him attending? And make sure they're aware of, his charges. And then if they have no issue with him attending, then the court will grant it.
Very good, Judge.
Okay.
Well, I don't want him to miss school again. Obviously, I'm sure you.
Oh,
wouldn't
no, he
either.
doesn't need to attend for that.
Okay.
If both parties are agreement with his not attending.
That's fine. State.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Mr. Cisneros, do you read Spanish?
Slowly, but yes, ma'am.
All right, can you read this letter and see if you can tell me what it says? Otherwise, we'll call a
Alexa?
interpreter down.
Do you mind if I check your pocket? see if you
Oh,
have any
Scott
money?
McCrum, do you read Spanish?
I could read it for you. Yes, Judge.
Oh, well, why didn't you say you read Spanish? Come
Well,
on,
I
Scott.
was gonna check his pocket to see if he had any money so he could pay me.
All right, if you just sit back, counsel, and if you'll read that and let Jason know what it says.
Okay,
And if it says that they have no fear of him being there, then the court will actually do that.
thank you.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, on this case, I need let me see, April, May. When is school out?
When school finished for the semester?
It's May
May 30th?
All right, Norma, can you reset him for when school is out? So I guess, all right, June 10th is when we'll come back. She'll give you a reset form.
Thank you.
You're welcome. The party's on Philip Diller. And this is family violence. Have you all had a chance to review the motion?
We have, yeah, we spoke with counsel. Yes.
All right. We're going to go on the record. Court is calling 2022 CR 5802, State of Texas versus Philip Stephen Diller. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Second for the state, Your Honor.
Defense?
Alex Shar for Mr. Diller.
And are you Mr. Diller?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court is in receipt for a motion for continuance from the defense. State, have you had a chance to review the motion for continuance?
We have, Your Honor.
All right, defense court will hear your motion.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, I don't believe the state has an objection to it. And there's been some plea negotiations, but in reference to him being set for trial today is the last time we were set at the week before the March 25th. We could have gone to trial then. I know you were in trial. And as soon as we got the new court date for
Just one
today,
second. Everyone in the box, please whisper. Yes, you may continue.
and so when I let Mr. Diller know, his wife chimed in immediately, I cannot be there the April 8th through the 10th. She'll be back from a conference that's mandatory for her employer, which is Southwest Research. She'll be back tomorrow, probably late in the afternoon. What's that? 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Okay.
But she's a crucial defense witness. In the motion, I outlined what I expect her testimony to be. I have interviewed her. And I have also attached an affidavit that details what her expected testimony is. She is a crucial witness for the defense.
All right, so here's my thing. You're saying she'll be back on tomorrow by 9 p.m.?
Yes, that's
All right,
expected.
so we would do jury selection. If your case is going, we'd do jury selection today. And I don't think the state is going to finish with their case, or they may be finished with their case in one day on Wednesday, but she probably will not need to be here till Thursday.
Then, I mean, then that would obviate. the
All
need
right,
to
so there's no
reset.
need for the motion for continuance?
Well, if the court is gonna work around the schedule,
I mean, if you're telling me that she will be back on April 9th,
be back to 10.
the 10th, if she'll be back on the 10th by 9 PM, if her testimony is needed, it will be needed at the earliest on the 11th. So there's no need for a motion for continuance? Is that correct?
Well, if, I mean, I'm not, I'm just saying she can't, if she wasn't here yesterday, she can't be here today, and she won't be here till tomorrow night.
Well, it appears that her testimony is not going to be needed if you wish to call her until April 11th. So are you withdrawing your motion for continuance?
No, Judge, as I mentioned in the beginning, we have started talking about possible resolutions to the case. And broached the subject with him, but I really need her here to discuss things with her too, since they're married.
Well, I
and they
think
have a
you all
child.
better get on the phone, because if you still want to proceed on this motion for continuance for these reasons, the motion for continuance is denied. So y'all need to pick on the phone and call her if that's what you all want to do.
So then when would you want us back to start jury selection?
Oh, jury selection is going to happen this afternoon.
Okay.
Mhm.
So at 1:30.
Oh, as soon as everyone finishes conferring. So motion for continuance is denied. And if you want to speak to your wife, I suggest you all call her on the phone, because once this jury trial starts, it's starting. It's not stopping in the middle of trial, because you all have worked something out. Is there anything else?
Not at this moment.
All right, thank you.